It's time for breakfast baseball here at Bowen Field as the Rams look. So Ambrose, the lefty, up against Dayton Cook. Rams in the blue jerseys and Point in the gray here on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for waking up and turning off the Today Show, folks, and joining us here at Bowen Field. The lefty deals right down the middle, and we are underway here in Bluefield at 9:04 a.m. That pitch is launched to center field. Huntley backs up, makes the catch for out number one. So there's one gone now as Dayton Cook is retired, and that will bring up the new batter for Point University. It'll be Alberto Lozada, the shortstop. Kyle Kelly got the start at short yesterday. He is not in the lineup here in Game 3. By the way, Spencer Ambrose is 6.86 ERA, 3-2, 39 to third, 55 hits, 45 runs, 30 of them earned with 30 walks and 30 strikeouts. Ambrose, the lefty, kicks and offers. Fastball just a bit inside ball one. Here at Bowen Field, 335 down the lines, about 400 dead center with the sun coming down from the left side. Pretty sunny morning for baseball, but still pretty cold. It's supposed to get up to about 70 today, but right now it's sub 40. 1-0. Righty pops it up behind home plate. Cardona watches it go over the dugout and out of play. Ozzie Millette playing at third base for Bluefield. Marcus Espinal at short. Over at first, it'll be Edgardo Bernard for the Rams. Well, Andy Pena gets another start at second base. Out right, Andreas Holzer, and left, Pepe Napoleon, and in center field, Jordan Huntley. There's the 1-1. Line drive on the left side, can't be scooped out by Espinal after it kicks off of his glove, and Point has a runner on thanks to a hit.
Designated hitter, B.J. Johnson.
B.J. Johnson to the plate now. Batting right-handed with a runner at first. Rams, with that crucial win yesterday, puts Mike White just 7 wins away from the 400 all-time mark. So looking for his 400th win in his career. It'll be tough, though, and it would be very important for the Rams to get a conference series win today as that breaking ball smashed in the dirt for ball one. Because you have a series next week against this weekend, and then the weekend after that, Tennessee Wesleyan, who are right now the number 3 team in all of the NAIA. One ball, no strikes, one out. Ambrose checks, and a pickoff attempt is slow. That one's low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, unfortunately, folks, we could not broadcast that game for you yesterday. Had the Rammies Awards over at the chapel here at Bluefield College, and it looks like a good thing that we did pass up that broadcast because this team did not get out of the ballpark until about 8 o'clock. Another pickoff attempt is slow. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, still no score. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a liner into left field. Napoleon back towards the warning track. Jumps up to make the catch for out number 2. Skips in his throw, but it will count as an out nonetheless. So Johnson, if he had a little bit of wind there, that ball's going out, but there is no wind in the ballpark right now, which is very rare, especially what we saw yesterday. Carnegie Calzado with the .336 average, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs will try to knock in the runner over at first. Right fielder at the plate. Lozada as first base. 2 outs. Ambrose looks on that runner. Another pickoff attempt, a bit slow. John Tyler, the head coach of Point, now in his 3rd season. Really looks to be a nice day for baseball as that pitch is high and away, ball 1. Just a bit cold, had to get the car defrosted to get here this morning. And a pretty busy day in Bluefield Rams athletics with a softball conference doubleheader after this. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 1st inning. Rams hoping for that double play up the middle. Well, Bluefield in that first game yesterday, they were really victimized by the dink and dunk hitting of Point. Just hitting the ball on the ground through the gaps. Little C&I singles. Runner takes off 1-1. Breaking ball down the plate, strike 2. Cardona had no way to get that runner out. Lozada is at second base. So the shortstop in with the steal, and now a ball and 2 strikes to Calzado. Spencer Ambrose trying to get out of this top of the 1st inning unscathed. Long look in. Checks the runner. Pitch. Way high, ball 2. Top of the 1st here in the 2 Virginias already with 2 outs, a couple of pop-ups. Or really that last one from B.J. Johnson was a fly out to left field. Ready for the 2-2. Ambrose kicks and deals. We get a little chopper up the middle. Could be a tough play. Ambrose fields. No throw to first. Runners are on the corners. Hit it perfectly in no man's land. And now runners on the corners for Point with a chance to take the lead already here in the top of the 1st inning. Just a little swinging bunt. And that's what they were able to do yesterday. Out hitting Bluefield by a sizable margin in that first game. Rams could not figure out Eduardo Munoz.
Center fielder Anthony Young.
And now Anthony Young will try to add to the party here. Already 2 hits for Point. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Still no score. Ambrose with the ball behind his blue jersey. Lozada at 3rd, Calzado at 1st, and now Calzado will have to get back to first base. Point a team that likes to steal bases, that's for sure. Likely for Calzado to take off here with runners on the corners. And he won't as that pitch is swung on and slapped up the middle. Fielded by Espinal, tags the bag at 2nd, and that will be it for the top of the 1st. Couple of runners left on, and now we head to the bottom of the 1st, still scoreless with the Rams coming to bat. Welcome back to the rubber match, everybody. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. Nico Mayoral on the mound, the right-handed pitcher, going up against the leadoff man for Bluefield, Jordan Huntley. On the year for Huntley, hitting .303, 26 RBIs to go with his team leading 9 bombs. And the first pitch is cranked out to right field, a base knock for Bluefield. Rolling all the way to the warning track, bobbled by Calzado. Huntley sprinting to second. He gets there as the throw skips away towards third. Leadoff double for Bluefield, and Jordan Huntley is in the scoring position.
Designated hitter Jose Santana.
And Jose Santana will try to knock him in. So an extra base hit to lead it off for the Rams, and they certainly will take it. Here's Jose Santana, one of the more consistent batters for all of Bluefield College. Really, if not the best, hitting .423. Just 1 home run, but 22 RBIs. Another base hit can make it 23. Third baseman Madero's playing up at third base in case of the bunt, but I have to believe that Santana might swing away here. And he'll at least try as that pitch goes outside for ball 1. So in the field, Maderos over at third. Lozada plays at short today. Fox getting the start at second base with Dayton Cook at first. Out and left, it's Blake Rupp. In center, Anthony Young. And then Carnegie Calzado out in right field. Huntley with a small lead at second base. From the belt, the 1-0. High but called a strike on Santana. 25 years old as the DH for Bluefield College. Teammates call him the abuelo, which of course in Spanish means grandpa. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball swung on and cut on a chop over to second. Fox lobs to first in time, and there's one away. But a productive out as it moves Huntley over to third base. So now a deep enough fly ball can put the Rams on the board and with the lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Ozzie Millette to the plate. Rams seem a little fired up on that first base side. Ozzie Millette hitting .296. First pitch from Mayoral. Flies outside, ball 1. Righty from Miami can put it on the ground here and possibly get Huntley to score. Huntley with a small lead, wearing small hoodie under his jersey. Got a cold one here today, folks. Right around 35 degrees when we started. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Let a guy who has struggled to get the ball out of the infield as of late could use at least a line drive to bring Huntley home. 1-1 pitch. Popped up foul right side and over the Rams dugout. So now a ball and 2 strikes. Well, the corner infielder's playing back. If he laid a good enough bunt down, this could be a squeeze to get him home. But now at this point with 2 strikes seems a bit too late. A 1-2 offer. Fouled away again, right side and over that Coppinger room, keeps it at 1-2. Second baseman and Fox slightly favoring the left side. There is a considerable gap between second base and the first baseman, Dayton Cook. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Huntley waiting by at third. Mayoral checks on him. Kicks and pitches. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground, left side foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, turning into a long AB so far here in this first inning. Bottom of the first with 1 out. Rams trying to take the lead early on in what could be a series-clinching win. Mayoral exhales from the belt. Here's the pitch. Fouled away again. Millette really is battling here. Long at bat already. "9 a.m. game, so Point could travel back home to Georgia. They have to face Tennessee Wesleyan next on the road. Mayoral offers again. Swing and a miss on a drop third strike. Tag laid down, and Millette goes down swinging. That's deflating for the Rams for out number 2. And Pepe Napoleon will try to knock in Jordan Huntley, who doubled to lead it off. So Napoleon needs a hit. Trying to put the ball in play to give the Rams the early lead. Huntley going opposite field for his double. Moved over to third on a ground out from Jose Santana. Nico Mayoral, right-handed pitcher, deals right down the plate, strike 1. Now this is where the Rams struggled a little bit in game 1 yesterday. They were able to get the leadoff man on in 4 innings thanks to walks, and only ended up scoring 2 runs in that first game. Now they won the second game 4-3 behind a good day on the mound from Alex Perkins, but they need to convert in situations like this. 0-1. Now that's low, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Mayoral kicks, deals. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good job by the catcher, Kurtz, letting that one go off of his chest guard and bounce right back into the infield. Huntley assuredly would sprint home if that gets behind him. And, of course, that's how the Rams won yesterday, a walk-off wild pitch. No score still. Mayoral checking on Huntley, 2-1. Cut and a miss, strike 2. So now the Rams are down to their final strike in the first inning. Huntley got that double to lead it off. Nico Mayoral still waiting to see if he can get out of this first inning after giving up an extra base hit to lead it off. Napoleon's ready at the plate with that front leg bent. Runner at third. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Mayoral gets out of the jam. Huntley left at third, and the score remains tied 0-0. Headed to the second here at Bowen Field. Rams came up empty after that double from Jordan Huntley, and now Spencer Ambrose will try to keep points scoreless as well. Fox to lead it off, the second baseman, and the 5-6-7 up, or excuse me, the 6-7-8 up. As he pops it up right side, Pena backs up. Holzer coming in, makes the catch. There's out number one. So one pitch, one out here in the second inning. After Jason Fox goes down, that'll bring up Blake Rupp.
Left fielder Blake Rupp.
Rupp getting another start as the left fielder today. Comes into today's contest hitting .294 with a home run and 11 RBIs. Lefty against righty. Rupp in the gray jersey at home plate, number 39 pitches. Fastball sailing high and away for ball one. One 0. Across the knees for strike one. So Ambrose trying to seal his fourth win of the season. This is his 7th start and 14th appearance. That's what happens with a young team, a lot of young arms. 1-1. In the dirt for ball two. Have to try to find that core group of starters, and that's very tough to do with the team with a lot of youth on the pitching staff and in the bullpen. Pitcher of the year last night of the Rammies, Alex Perkins, won that game yesterday, 2-1. Slung out to right field. Should be easy for Holzer. Shuffles to the right, makes the catch for out number two. Now the catcher, Harrison Kurtz.
Catcher Harrison Kurtz.
Saw Torres get the start in game one of yesterday's series. And Kurtz just hitting a .194 with 3 RBIs on the season. His 15th start. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the second. The pitch, fouled away right side. Goes into the trees for strike one. Early morning baseball game. Only yesterday in the major leagues we did see Boston and Baltimore play at 11:05, but that's a tradition that goes all the way back about 50 years on the same day as the Boston Marathon. Here's the 0-1. Down the middle, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kurtz is ready on the right side. Ambrose a strike away. Here it is. Breaking ball, cut on and miss. 3 up, 3 down go the Skyhawks. And after 1.5, we are still scoreless at Bowen. Still scoreless after Ambrose tosses a 1-2-3 top of the second. Now the home half of the second inning, Mayoral still on the bump, and Joseph Cardona, the catcher for the Rams, to lead it off. Cardona with a couple of wrist coaches in pink. First pitch to him. He swings and cracks it out to right field. Long run for Calzado, and he makes the catch right at his knee. One pitch, one out. Brings up Andreas Holzer for Bluefield with one out and still no score.
Right fielder Andreas
Rubber match of
Holzer.
the series here, an important one, playing at 9:04 in the morning. Got it started. Point took the first game. Rams fought back and won the second game of yesterday's doubleheader in 8 innings. The pitch, fouled straight back. Holzer hitting .336, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. Right fielder made some big plays yesterday in the field. Unfortunately for the Rams, nobody really did much at the plate in game one. The 0-1. Ringing ball is low. Count evens at 1-1. Mayoral rocks and offers. Got a miss, strike two. Oh, Bluefield playing against Bluefield State tomorrow. As a matter of fact, the Big Blues have a game at Bowen at noon right after this one. So it's a packed day here at Bowen Field, and you have to think for Bluefield College, they have to stick around and be the groundskeepers. So that 1-2 is popped up right side. Kurtz looks at it, go out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that's how the Rams really earned to play here. Mike White, Garrett Schilling, Thomas Huddleston, all of those guys really just not only coaching the baseball team, but manicuring the field, making sure it looks good. And it looks pretty darn good today. 1-2 to Holzer. Fouled back again, rocketing off the backstop. And it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Steps into a 1-2. Swing and a miss, had a pitch in the dirt. Picked up. Kurtz throws to first. 2 outs. Third strikeout for Mayoral. Marcus Espinal will try to break this trend here and see if Rams can get a runner on at the bottom of the second.
Shortstop, Marcus
Rams' only hit
Espinal.
was the double from Jordan Huntley. He got to third with 1 out, and Bluefield could not knock him home. Striking out Napoleon and Ozzie Millette to end the first inning. Pitch to the shortstop. He pops it up on the right side, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Espinal also playing at shortstop instead of Andy Pena, who's getting the start at second base as that one goes high and away. Carlos Torres had been the primary starter at second base for Bluefield and now changing up the middle of the infield. Espinal did have a couple of errors in game 1, but also combined that with a couple of very good plays. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball deep in the hole on the left side, past the dive of Lozada and into left field, and the Rams have a runner on with 2 outs.
First baseman Edgardo Bernard.
Edgardo Bernard will try to knock in Espinal here. No score. Rams with a runner on base with 2 gone. Looking for their 21st win of the season. Point with 26. Rams already surpassing the amount of conference wins they had in 2018. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Right now, 9-11. The Rams only got to 8 wins in the conference last year. Small lead at first base. The pitch. Looked at it outside, and Bernard is up in the count 1-0. He's hitting .221 this year, 25 ribbies for Bernard with a pair of home runs. Espinal with a small lead. Will Mike White try to roll the dice to send him? That pitch is popped up left side, and that will go into the parking lot for strike one. Point trying to go back to West Point, Georgia with a series win. Came off of a series win against Reinhardt. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Pitch, it's high. Excuse me, against Reinhardt, they dropped the last 2 after winning the first game 6-3. So right now, Point at 26-16, 10-10 in the AAC. Ready for the 2-1 to Bernard. Here it is. Scoots inside, ball 3. First time we've seen Mayoro get to 3 balls in an at-bat. Count at 3-1. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Three balls, one strike, small lead. Espinal's at first. Batters count, pitch, fouled away, strike 2. So after that goes over the press box on the third base side, Bernard down to the final strike. Playing in the cold here, bottom of the second inning. Trying to wake these Rams up. Espinal with the C&I single. Payoff. Swung on, ground ball, right field, base hit. Espinal rounding second, bobbled out there. Now going to third, he will get on the corner. So Calzado ham-fisted the ball again on that ground ball, picked it off the wet dew of the grass, and threw it in. So now runners are on the corners with 2 outs for Andy Pena. That's a good at-bat by Bernard there, taking the full amount of pitches, fouling a few off, and finding a ground ball into right field. So runners on the corners. Rams need a hit, and Andy Pena, the second baseman, can he be the one to take the lead for Bluefield? The pitch, outside and low, ball 1. Pena just hitting a mere 188. Really has struggled at the plate this year. Find a good glove. 1-0, high and away. Makes it 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled off. Bounces behind Kurtz. Mayoro has already left a Rams runner in scoring position. Could be the second time if he's able to retire Pena here. But Bernard is at first, Espinal at third, a couple of singles in a row. 2-1. Popped up left side. Medeiros looks at it. The ball goes towards the bullpen and out of play. And now Bluefield once again down to their final strike. Here in this second inning. Pena swings the bat at home plate. Mayoral with the ball in the right hand, now in the glove. Pickoff. Not in time. Still a risky move getting on target there. Cook able to lay down the tag. Two balls, two strikes. Here it is. High and away, ball three. So now a ball away from loading up the bases or a strike away from getting back into the dugout. Huntley's on deck for Bluefield with a double. Full count. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball four, and the bases are loaded. So the Rams have the bases juiced, and now a little mound visit coming up for Mayoral. Bottom of the second, bases loaded, retired the first two batters. Then Espinal came up, snuck a single into left field. Then Bernard did the same thing on a 3-2 pitch out to right. Now Andy Pena, a guy hitting under 200, walked. That certainly could sting point here if Huntley is able to put the ball in play and drop it in the outfield. Important game, too, for both teams. I mean, Bluefield looking for their 21st win, could be their 10th win of the year in the conference. Make them 10-11 in the AAC with a chance to get a few more wins, possibly against Bryan and Tennessee Wesleyan. And for Point, it's going to be hard to find a win this weekend on the road at Tennessee Wesleyan, right now the number 3 team in the country. Well, this mound visit has taken its toll, and he will go back into the dugout. So Huntley cracked a double to lead off the ball game out to right field. And Calzado really has to be careful out in right because both balls hit to him. He has not fielded cleanly. Now, it won't show that on the scoreboard. Errors were not called. That didn't end up really amounting to anything. Although you could argue that him bobbling the ball out in right sent Espinal over to third. It looked like he was going to stay at second. Either way, the bases are loaded either way. Huntley, ready at the plate. First pitch. Breaking ball goes outside on the righty. Ball one. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side and foul to even the count at 1-1. Big time position for Bluefield here. Ball and a strike, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball left side. Madero's fields, throws to second in time, and the Rams leave the bases loaded. So letting the wind out of Bluefield sails again. Mayoral backs out of the slight jam, and now we head to the third inning. Still 0-0, Point in Bluefield on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 9-1-2 up against Spencer Ambrose. Rams left the bases loaded. There in the bottom of the second. Here we are in the third, though. Here's the third baseman that made that final play. Spencer Ambrose deals a first pitch down the middle. Madero showed bunt and miss, strike one. Glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. My name is Bailey Engel. Baseball, we got a couple of softball games today as well. Long day. Here's the 0-1. Inside and low. Ball and a strike. Now, these games were originally scheduled for Saturday and Sunday and had to move them into the work week because of the rain that was coming in the area, and then it did come. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Climbing the ladder. It's Spencer Ambrose actually fouled that one off, and Cardona made the catch for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Now the offer, breaking ball, just got a piece of it rolling through Cardona. Keeps it out, a ball and a strike, or a ball and 2 strikes. No outs. Dayton Cook is on deck. And then in the hole, it'll be Alberto Lozada who got on base. He's 1 for 1 with a hit. 2 hits for the Hawks, 3 for the Rams. Still no score between either team. 1-2. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Ambrose puts it back on the grass. Throw to first. He still got him. Great play by Spencer Ambrose, staying with the play there even after pushing it down onto the mound. And there's 1 out as we go back to the top of the lineup.
First baseman, Dayton Cook.
Here comes Dayton Cook. Flew out to center his last time, and a well-struck baseball. Pitch, fastball high and away. So the second inning went 3 up, 3 down for Point. Ambrose trying to make that 2 straight innings like that. As the lefty pitches. 1-0 down the middle, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Now the pitch again. Breaks high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike here at Bowen Field with 1 out, nobody on for Point. Home of the Bluefield Blue Jays as well, getting very close to the Appalachian League season. And Mike White and Garrett Schilling as well as Thomas Huddleston will have to work the field there as well. 2-1 is hit well and deep. Napoleon chasing towards the track, calls it in the air and makes the catch. About 2 feet in front of the wall. That's a couple of well-struck baseballs from Dayton Cook, but still a couple of outs.
Shortstop, Alberto Lozada.
2 outs, Alberto Lozada. Shortstop up to the plate. Now the lefty looks in, pitches to the righty, and he watches it high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Skyhawks. Ambrose, long sign, 1-0. Skips it in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. So the Rams with that non-conference game tomorrow. NCAA versus an NAIA matchup. Bluefield State and Bluefield. Should be an interesting game. It'll be the 2-0. Popped up right side in the infield. Bernard backs up, finds it, and makes the catch after it breaks to the left just a tad bit. 3 up, 3 down for the Skyhawks again, and now on to the bottom of the third. Rams trying to get on the board first here at Bluefield. Jose Santana up to the plate for Bluefield, 0 for 1. Rams trying to break on the board first after having the bases loaded in the bottom of the second. They couldn't score. That first pitch from Mayoral drops on the outside corner, strike one. It'll be Santana, Millette, and Napoleon. All of them 0 for 1, trying to knock in Huntley. Here's the 0-1. Bounces in the dirt and outside, ball one. Rubber match of the series. Rams won the second game 4-3 after losing the first game 7-2 in 9 innings. 1-1. Hit deep out to center field. Going back is Young towards the warning track and makes the catch. Boy, he hit that into the power alley and no wind could push it out. The wind blows here violently every day, especially at Graham Rec Park for softball, but I'll digress on that. Where is the wind today? So Santana is out. And Ozzie Millette comes up. And that long AB and ended up striking out. Pitch. Watches it down the middle, strike one. I mean, yesterday it was nonstop blowing out. And Santana launched that one just too short, 0-1. Fouled back quickly down 0-2. Millette at the plate with one out. Here's the 0-2. Watches it low. Oh, Kurt tried to frame it up. Saw the Rams get victimized by some frame jobs yesterday. One-two pitch. Ground ball right side, backing up Dayton Cook. He has to underhand to Mayoral, and he does. So a 3-run put out. There's out number 2.
Left fielder Lennon Napoleon.
Lennon Napoleon for Bluefield. Went down swinging with Huntley at third base. Rams loaded up the bases with 2 outs. And that last inning it still couldn't score. So they still can find 2-out base hit as he serves that into right center field. Calzado glides to the left, and the Rams are retired in order. 3 up, 3 down. 3 innings in the works here in Bluefield. On to the 4th, still 0-0. Ready for the top of the fourth. B.J. Johnson leads it off against Spencer Ambrose with still no score on the board in Bluefield. First pitch, and Johnson looks at it high and away. Now ball one. Designated hitter at the plate with the right fielder up next, and Carnegie Calzado, Anthony Young on deck as we move through the 3-4-5. 1-0. Swing and a liner right center field, base hit. Johnson will get to first as that ball rolls all the way to the wall, sprinting in to second for a stand-up double. So that breaks the streak of retired batters for Spencer Ambrose, and now a runner in scoring position with no outs.
Right fielder Carnegie Calzado.
Carnegie Calzado steps to the dish now, trying to knock in Johnson. Calzado 1 for 1. Well, you knew B.J. Johnson could hit well after he launched that ball to deep left field his last time up, so now he's 1 for 2. Just the third hit of the afternoon for Point, or excuse me, the morning for Point. That breaking ball goes in for ball 1. How this one started at 9:04. All scoreless frames so far. Ambrose pitches. Breaking ball fouled off and gloved by Cardona for strike 1. Probably takes these players back to their travel ball days where they had to start those tournaments very early in the morning. But very rare where you see them play before noon, or at least at 9 a.m. here in their college years. 1-1. Ground ball left side, fielded by Espinal. He'll throw to first, off target, and Bernard was taken off of the back. There's an E6. 2 runners are aboard now for Point. Now Johnson did not take off. Espinal checked him down and threw it over to first base, but it was wide and high to the right. Bernard had to jump off the bag, tried to lay down a tag, and he could not do it. That beckons forth Anthony Young, 0 for 1.
Center fielder Anthony Young.
Shortstop, or rather the center fielder, lays down a bunt, third base side, and foul. Strike 1, so trying to push both of these runners in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Two runners on. That could be a big error for Bluefield. Can't let those pile up, especially in a game as important as this. Corner infielders playing up. 0-1. In the dirt, rolls off of Cardona. Both runners go, and there they are into scoring position. One ball, 1 strike, no outs. Base hit could potentially make it 2-0. 1-1. There's a good pitch on the outside corner, and Young is wincing at that. He should have had it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. B.J. Johnson on with a double. He's at third. Calzado at second after the E6. Lefty deals 1-2. Swinging a slapped ground ball, third base side and foul. John Tyler, the head coach for Point, picks it up and gives it right back over to Spencer Ambrose. One ball, two strikes, no outs. Two runners in scoring position. The pitch, swinging a chopper left side. Millette checks the runner at third, throws to first, on target, one out. So Point attempting to dink and dunk their way for a few more runs and couldn't do it there.
Second baseman Jason Fox.
Jason Fox right back to the dish with two runners in scoring position. First pitch. Dealt in the dirt. Cardona smashes the ball down. It rolls down the first base line. One ball, no strikes, one out. Fox is ready with two runners on. 1-0. Ground ball left side. Espinal checks the runner at third, throws to first in time, but Johnson comes in to score, and now it's 1-0. He did the right thing there to look on to first and just get the out. It's very early, but still a run comes in. I have to believe that Espinal has to be a little frustrated after that first error. Because if that throw is made, well, Johnson would have stayed at second, but Ambrose with a wild pitch, bringing them both into scoring position. It's the Rupp breaks on the corner, strike one, and the righty is down 0-1. 1-0 the score. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Lead for Calzado over at third. The 0-1. Rises high, ball one. One ball, one strike, two outs. Lefty pitches. High and away, ball two. Two balls, one strike, two outs. Runner at third, already a 1-0 lead for Point. You're at Bowen Field in the rubber match. Ambrose deals. Check swing on a breaking ball, rolls behind Cardona, and the second run comes in to score as Calzado trots in. So it will be a strike, and it's 2-0. Two balls, two strikes. Cardona just couldn't get that ball out of the dirt. Took a wicked bounce over him. And Calzado came in without really being challenged there. So 2-run scoring for the Skyhawks. I have to think back to earlier where the Rams had the bases loaded and Huntley grounded into that fielder's choice. Missed opportunity. And before that, where Huntley was at third with no outs, or excuse me, one out. Could not score as well. 2-2. And the dirt ball, 3. Another breaking ball. Payoff. And the dirt ball, 4.
Catcher Harrison Kurtz.
Come on, Kurt.
So a 2-0 lead for Point. Harrison Kurtz, the catcher. Runner goes, it's high. Cardona throws to second, skips in late. And now another runner in scoring position. Now to bring out Mike White. Could this be it for Spencer Ambrose? Nobody has been warming up in the bullpen. This could just be a mound visit here. Ambrose struggling a little bit here. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Inning didn't start off well after the double. Then Calzado got on with an error by Espinal. Right after that, he spiked a pitch, brought both of those runners in scoring position, and both of them inevitably scored after the ground ball and then another wild pitch. Keeps it at a ball and no strikes, 2 outs. One 0, high and away. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner over at second. Here's the pitch. Low again, and boy, Ambrose cannot buy a strike here. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Already 2-0. Well, 2 outs here.
Where's Rocky? Okay. Well, you know which one of these is Judy's? You know Judy Lambert. Bluefield in, Dehan.
3-0. Got him on the corner there, strike 1.
I believe right here. Yeah, that's it.
And at 3-1, can Kurtz knock in another run home? 3-1 to the catcher. Popped up foul down the right side. Bernard chases, and it goes on top of the batting facility. Now a full count. So now Ambrose fighting his way back in there. Lackluster inning for Bluefield as a whole. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Here's a payoff pitch. We're going to ground ball, shot down the first baseline and foul. Popped up, foul again, right side, and we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Longer inning for Ambrose. Top of the 4th. First scoring we have seen all day. Ambrose running into a bit of a hiccup here. Oh, Kurtz battling. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Now a pickoff attempt, because why not? Rupp stays over in scoring position. Finally gets the sign he wants. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Meanwhile, runner moves from second to third, and Cardona didn't even throw it. So Rupp on the corner. Now back to Joey Medeiros, and Washington's going to come in to run for the catcher. So Jason Fox brought in the go-ahead run on the ground ball to short. Blake Rupp was at the plate for such a long time. He was there when Carnegie Calzado came in to score. Now he's at third. Medeiros pops it up sky high out to center. Huntley with a long run in. Everyone's converging, but the center fielder makes the catch for out number 3. Couple of runs score on a couple of hits and 1 error. 2 men left on. It is 2-0 going to the bottom of the 4th at Bowen Field. Mayoral gets a little bit of run support as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning in Bluefield. 2-0 Skyhawks lead after scoring in a very long inning pitched by Spencer Ambrose. Meanwhile, Spencer Ambrose goes into the dugout, and Joseph Cardona comes to the plate to face against Nico Mayoral. Catcher fouls it back, and it's strike 1. Cardona's 0 for 2 today. Now the 0-1. Watched outside. Ball and a strike to the lefty. Rams at one point had the bases loaded, could not score. They went 3-3 down last time out. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball, shot on the third base side, rolling towards the dugout of Point. Cardona's 0 for 1 and recently received the Best Defensive Player award at the Rammies last night. That's a tough position for Joseph Cardona to come into as a guy that hasn't started much in his college career. 1-2 and a tie, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Browning was the primary catcher a season ago for Bluefield. We did see Cardona come in a few times, but to catch mostly every day, doing a good job of it. Now needs a hit. 2-2. Shot to deep center field. Young on the run, sprinting to the left, and he tracks it down to make the catch. 1 out. Rams can't catch a break. They have their 3 hits.
the plate, right fielder Andreas Holzer.
Andreas Holzer comes up to the dish now, also in search of his first base hit. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First offer, fouled straight back, strike one. Well, Holzer was on time with it his last time up. Saw him foul off a few right back to the screen and the backstop wall. Oh, 1. Skips in the dirt on a breaking pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Righty cranks it foul right behind home plate. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count of 2-2. Trying to get the scoreboard correct. Pitch to Holzer. Check swing. It hit him. And they're going to award him a free base. Rams will take it. Marcus Espinal, 1 for 1. He singled with 2 outs a few innings ago and eventually got over to third base.
At the plate, shortstop,
Was left there.
Marcus
2-0 the score, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Rubber match looking for a series win. Another pickoff attempt. Getting back easily. Already 1 out. Pitch. Swing and a miss, chasing something low. Strike 1. Rams have operated most of these innings with runners on. They slowed Mayoral down to a glacial pace, but it has been working out for the hurler for point. Another pickoff attempt, warning Holzer to get back to the bag. Might want to try the steal if you're Mike White, because the Rams haven't been able to really string consecutive hits together. So as that pitch goes inside for ball 1, want to get the runner in scoring position as soon as possible. Espinal good to go at the home plate. Mayoral pitches. Now low again, ball 2. Playing entirely in the sunlight here at Bowen Field. Good morning as it starts to heat up a little bit, knocks off that morning chill. Oh, it snowed yesterday, and there's a possibility of it getting up to higher than 70 degrees today. 2-1. Ground ball, left side, deep in the hole and through for a base hit. Holzer stays at second, and the Rams have 2 aboard with 1 out. Tying run is at first base for the Rams. Edgardo Bernard now up to him to try to hit them home. Holzer hit by a pitch.
Bernard.
Marcus Espinal with his second C&I single of the game. With 1 out, here's Bernard. First pitch. Fouled straight back, strike 1. A lot of loft on that swing, and Bernard's trying to send it over the right field wall. Calzado certainly playing far enough back. No balls, 1 strike. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Mayoral fires. Popped up left side. Madero's back, called off. And Lozada makes the out for the second out of this inning. Two nothing, point leads, bottom of the 4th with 2 outs.
Here's the second baseman, Andy Pena.
Andy Pena will get this opportunity here to try to get on base. He was walked his last time up. Was left at first to load up the bases after Huntley hit into that fielder's choice. Espinal at second. Rather, Espinal's at first. Holzer at second. Espinal could tie the game. Pitch. And Pena shoots it out to right center field, a base hit. Holzer around third. He will score. Espinal on his way to third, and he will stay there. RBI single for Andy Pena, and the Rams are able to cut this lead in half. It's 2-1. So the second baseman has been struggling this year to find consistent hits, and there's a big one right there to put the Rams on the board for the first time in this ball game. It's only a 1-run game, potential tying run sitting over at third base. Jordan Huntley, 9 runs on the season. Leading the Rams in home runs, but it's been a long time since he's hit one. Pitch. Lays his outside and low, 1-1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Slight lead in third for Marcus Espinal. Mayoral pitches. Check swing is down the middle anyway. Strike one. So Andy Pena with the RBI single, putting the Rams on the board first. Or for the first time. Ball and a strike in 2 outs. The offer. And the dirt again. Kurtz keeps the ball in front, which also keeps Espinal at third base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tying run at third. Nico Mayoral deals. Hit out to deep right field. Calzado at the warning track at the wall. Makes the catch as he bangs into the wall for out number 3. Robbing Huntley of an extra base hit, but still, the Rams are on the board. 2-1 the score, on to the 5th inning. Rams are on the board for the first time after Andy Pena knocked home Andreas Holzer. Now it's 2-1 with Spencer Ambrose going up against the top of the lineup for point. Dayton Cook, 0 for 2, allowed 0 for 2 as he fouls it back. And it's strike one. Last time flew all the way out to the warning track right in front of the wall for Pepe Napoleon to make the catch. And before that, he lined out to center field on another deeply hit ball. So it'll be Cook, Lozada, and B.J. Johnson. 0-1. Breaks low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Inside and low again, ball 2. Makes it a 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Playing in the final game of this series. Two one. High and away, ball 3. Even though the Rams knocked in that first run of the ball game there in the bottom of the 4th, they still struggle, leaving more runners on base. Jordan Huntley smashing a ball to deep right and almost exited the ballpark. As the 3-1 is hit opposite field, out to right. Holzer on the run, galloping towards the warning track and makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1. Boy, Dayton Cook has to be frustrated because that is the hardest hit 0 for 3 we have seen from an opponent here at Bluefield in a while.
Shortstop Alberto Lozada.
Alberto Lozada follows Cook with 1 out. 1 for 2 today, the shortstop. Ambrose fires away. High and outside. Well, the way this one is going, Bluefield State will likely not be playing at noon. And here at the halfway mark, I have to get pushed back to about 12:30 for the Big Blues. 1-0. Right down the middle, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off onto the dirt. And Lozada is down to his final strike in the at-bat. Ambrose really struggled there in that top of the 4th inning. Couple of walks, couple of wild pitches. But now already getting that first out early. See if he can keep that momentum going against Alberto Lozada. 1-2 pitch. Righty cuts and grounds it over to short. Espinal gathers, throws to first. On target. Got him. 2 outs. Oh, Bernard had to stretch out, made the catch, and that's a clutch stretch indeed for Edgardo Bernard. Now with 2 gone, B.J. Johnson, who started off that top of the 4th inning with a double and scored the game's first run. Two gone, nobody on. The pitch to the DH. Swing and a smack, bouncing ball off the glove of Espinal. Picks it up in the outfield. Long throw to first, skips in. Not in time, but boy, that was closer than it should have been for B.J. Johnson. That's a good play from Espinal on a hard hit ball on the left side. But now a runner at first. Johnson getting a hit in his last 2 at-bats.
Right fielder Carnegie Calzado.
Carnegie Calzado got on with an error by Marcus Espinal, eventually scored on a wild pitch. One of those 2 runs scoring for point. First offer to him. Watches a ball break onto the dirt for ball 1. In front of a very sparse crowd here on a Tuesday morning. Rams playing in an important game indeed. 1-0. Righty looks at it, hitting on the bottom corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ambrose fires, swing and a foul tip. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chasing something low there. Runner at first. B.J. Johnson with a big lead. 1-2. Outside, ball 2. Goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two gone. Calzado awaits. Ambrose checks the runner and fires. Swing and a miss. He got him. Ambrose, after giving up 2 runs in the 4th inning, pitches a scoreless frame in the top of the 5th. Rams coming to bat, down by 1. It's 2-1 at Bowen Field. Jose Santana leads it off, trying to cut into this 1-run lead, potentially tie it up or take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nico Mayoral deals down the plate, strike 1. Santana hitless today. 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1. Breaks outside and low for ball 1. It'll be Santana, Millette, and Napoleon. All of them are hitless. A combined 0 for 6. One. Popped up foul right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Now the pitch, high and away. It's ball 2. Mayoral fires. In the dirt again for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the payoff. Popped up right side, foul territory. Landing right onto the tractor there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Santana trying to get on base here. Rams have left a considerable amount of runners on base in this game already. 6 runners left on. Payoff. Fouls it off. Bouncing off the body of Harrison Kurtz. Running out a big week for the Rams. So a couple of games yesterday, splitting the doubleheader with Point. Now today, the series finale at Bluefield State tomorrow, and then this weekend, Bryan. Another 3-2 pitch. Watch tie, ball 4, and the Rams have the tying run at first with no outs.
Third baseman, Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette, 0 for 2. Struck out once. Runner at first could tie up the ball game, and now a pickoff attempt because Mayoral is aware of that. That pitch is smacked over to third. Medeiros checks at second, throw to first, skips away. Santana moves to third base, getting the green light. He will go home. Throw to the plate, skips in, Santana safe, and the game is tied 2-2. A Little League triple for Millette after the error on the throw from Medeiros, and it's all tied up here at Bowen Field. Big time error there, and Lennon Napoleon with a chance to crank in this run. No outs, go ahead run at third. Rams have tied it up and have new life on the first base side. Two. Napoleon watching Millette now. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. One ball, no strikes. It was a high chop from Medeiros. Had to gather it to throw it to first and just couldn't get it there on target. One ball, no strikes. Mayoral pitches. Outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. So the count at 2-0. 2-2 the score after Point jumped up to a 2-0 lead. Go ahead run at third. 2-0. Outside and lows, kicking up a dirt cloud again, ball 3. If you're Mayoral here, you might want to go with just the intentional walk. Potentially have that double play to force second and first. Millette leads at third, 3-0. There's a strike. Of course, you might want to be able to do that when there was already one out, but with no outs, might just want to go right after him. Three balls, one strike. No outs. Offer. And the dirt ball for Napoleon goes over to first base, egging on his team as he goes down the 90 feet. Joseph Cardona will step up. Deep enough fly ball, really anything deep enough, a ground ball, you name it, that could give the Rams the lead. Even a double play would give the Rams the lead at second and first. Of course, Cardona doesn't want that. Wants the RBI. Cardona's 0 for 2. First and third with no outs. Pickoff attempt to first base. Not in time. Another pickoff attempt. Score stays at 2-2. Napoleon gets back up on his feet over at first base. Small lead. Tie ball game. Napoleon takes off. It's outside. Throw to second. Not in time as Napoleon dives through the tag. So now there's no double play. Napoleon with a big-time steal. That throw looked on the money. Lozada laid down the tag, and now we're going to see John Tyler want a confirmation on this call. So he must have evaded the tag. Pretty courageous move to throw it down to second from Kurtz because it looked like Napoleon was going to be out. And if that throw goes badly, the Rams take the lead. John Tyler's going to come out, and Napoleon dove through and second base somehow. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tie ball game. Cardona can give the Rams a 2-run lead with a good enough base hit here. Infield playing slightly in. 1-0. Outside corner, strike one. Cardona waits. 1 ball, 1 strike. The offer fouled it back, strike two. So there's no outs. Millette is at third, got there on the error. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Hit him. Bases loaded. So the breaking ball plunks Cardona, and now the Rams have the bases loaded and no outs in a tie ball game. Matthew Larson to go on to run for the catcher. And if you're Bluefield here, this is a situation you absolutely have to convert. Undoubtedly the biggest jam of the ballgame for Nico Mayoral. Plays here on a cold Tuesday morning. Getting closer to 11 a.m. That one is hit on the ground over to third. Medeiros tosses home, and the out is recorded. Everyone goes station to station, and now it stays 2-2. Good play there by the third baseman. Marcus Espinal up to the plate now. Bases loaded. Still a tie game. Napoleon at third, Larson at second, and Holzer on with the fielder's choice at first. A little shovel home by Medeiros. First pitch to Espinal. It's low for ball one.
Shortstop Marcus Espinal.
Espinal's got a couple of hits for Bluefield. 2 for 2. A couple of ground balls into left. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Here's the 1-0. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Here's the 2-0. Low again, ball 3. Mayoral a ball away from walking a run home to give the Rams the lead. Espinal with the bases loaded, taking the first 3 pitches. Mayoral pitches the 3-0. There's a strike, crossing the Rams' letters on the chest. Count is at 3-1. Bases loaded. Batters count 3-1. Inside corner, called strike 2, and Espinal was ready to go to first with a base on balls. But now, after taking the first 5 pitches, he finds himself in a full count. Bases loaded. Ready for the 3-2. Here's the payoff. Low for ball 4, and the Rams have taken the 3-2 lead. Bluefield is up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mayoral with just 1 out to work with. And Edgardo Bernard steps to the plate. Meanwhile, Ambrose is going to start throwing. This is a long inning. They're going to try to keep him warm. John Tyler out to the mound, and I think this is going to be it for Mayoral. Yes, it will be. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a pitching change in the works. Rams take the 3-2 lead. We're going to be right back with a new Skyhawks pitcher after this. Bases are loaded. Bottom of the fifth inning, 3-2. Rams have taken the lead. Harrison Osborne on the mound now, the righty for point. Larson at third. Would make it 4-2. Pitch, fouled back. Holzer is at second. Espinal is at first. Gardner Bernard is 1 for 2 today. And an 0-1. Rams have finally taken this lead. Osborne on the mound facing off against the Rams after Nico Mayoral loaded up the bases. 0-1. It's high. Mayoral finishes 4 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run so far with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Also hit a batter. Finished with 95 total pitches. So Ambrose is now in line for the win for the Rams. 1-1. Inside. Ball 2. Osborne's 503, 3-2, 48 1/3, 60 hits, 33 runs, 27 strikeouts. 27 of them earned as Bernard launches into right field, a base hit. Larson will score. Held up at third is Holzer, and now it's 4-2 as the runners go station to station. Another base runner and another run attributed to Nico Mayoral, and now the Rams lead by 2. Looking for a win in this series finale and the rubber match. Andy Pena with a hit his last time up now gets a chance to swing with the bases loaded. Outside corner, strike 1. Pena knocked in the game's first run for Bluefield to make it 2-1. Since then, they have scored 4 unanswered runs. Pena lines it into center, another base hit. Holzer scores, and that's where the Rams will stop as that ball rolls into the infield. And another single for Andy Pena, his second RBI of the game, makes it 5-2. They really have opened it up here. Osborne giving up singles back-to-back. 7 hits for Bluefield. 5-2 they lead. Now could this be another change? Gave up a Bernard single. Now to Pena. Now has to go up against the top of the lineup against Jordan Huntley, who is itching for his 10th home run of the season. He hit that ball all the way out to the warning track his last time up, and John Tyler doing the old delay on the mound here, possibly to get one of his pitchers to throw a few extra warm-up tosses over in the bullpen. And that's exactly what will happen. Osborne taken out, and we continue the bottom of the 5th. Rams have scored 4 runs in this inning, and they lead 5-2. Brett Griffin is now on the mound for Point after the Rams have taken a 3-run lead. It is 5-2. Bottom of the 5th. Bases are still loaded with just 1 out. Jordan Huntley looking for his first hit, or rather it would be his second hit of the game. Had that double to lead it off. Since then, a couple of very deep outs. That pitch down the middle, strike 1. Espinal's at third. Andy Pena's at first base, and Edgardo Bernard at second. Third pitcher of the inning for Point. Osborne failed to get an out, 0-1. Fouled back, strike 2. On the year, Brett Griffin, a 3.19 ERA, now making his 18th appearance, all out of the bullpen. So far, he's hurled 36 2/3, 40 hits, 18 runs, 13 of them earned with 13 walks and 20 strikeouts. Bases loaded. Rams with a 3-run lead. They have scored 4 runs in this bottom of the 5th inning. Just 1 out, 0-2. Popped up left side. Looking for the infield fly rule, so now won't matter if he catches it or not. And now there are 2 outs. Big time out, though. Brings up Jose Santana. Boy, Rams could sure use a gigantic hit here to really break this game open from one of their best hitters. Pitch goes high and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. From the belt, the Sidewinder offers high and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. How about Andy Pena, though, for Bluefield? Coming into these few games with Points struggling and now finding his stride at the plate and today in big-time opportunities. 2 RBIs for the second baseman. Pitch. Launched high, 3 balls, no strikes, and Santana is very close here to getting on base for the second time in this inning. Bluefield is now batted around. He got on with a walk. That was after Mayoral led the inning off with a walk. 3-0. There's a strike. Crossing the knees, strike 1. (3-1). Outside and low, ball 4, and now it's 6-2 as Espinal runs home to score. Rams with a 4-run lead with 2 outs. Santana walked for the second time in the inning. And this is where the Rams tied the game when Ozzie Millette grounded the ball over to third. It was a high chopper. Narrows gathered it, threw it to first, skipped away from the first baseman, Dayton Cook. Santana came home to score, and it became 2-2. But now it is 6-2. Rams have scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. And Millette looks at that pitch. It's dropped by Kurtz, kicking out down the third baseline. And Holzer, or rather Bernard, will stay at third base. Here's the 1-0. Millette grounds it sharply into the 5-6 hole, another base hit. Bernard will score. Pena sprinting home. He'll get there. And now it's 8-2 Bluefield. 2-run single for Ozzie Millette and a gigantic 2-out base knock. Disastrous inning for Point in this bottom of the 5th after that error from Medeiros Well, he's got to feel pretty bad about that because the Rams have been able to capitalize on that with a 6-run lead now and putting a crooked number on the frame in the bottom of the 5th. Pepe Napoleon back up to the dish.
Napoleon.
The pitch outside, or rather on the inside corner, called a strike. 7 runs for Bluefield in the bottom of the 5th. All 8 of their runs have been scored unanswered. 0-1. Check swing on a breaking ball. Did he go? Yes. Strike 2. Bluefield down to their final strike here. No balls, 2 strikes. Brett Griffin ready to go from the belt, 0-2. Hit in the air, center field. Should be easy for Young. A long gallop in, and he converges with Calzado, and the right fielder comes up with the grab for out number 3. But the Rams score 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and they lead by 6. It's now 8-2. Anthony Young up to the dish, and now in the top of the 6th, Rams with a commanding 8-2 lead, scoring 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th. That fastball is high. Young now is in line for the win. Rams certainly giving him enough run support. 1-0 to Young. Down the middle. There's strike 1. Now it's up to the Rams to close out this game. 7 runs in the 5th. They have scored 8 runs unanswered. Here's the 1-1. Slap foul down the third baseline. Strike 2. Early morning baseball game. 11:12 a.m. Already at 2 hours in. On the top of the 6th inning, Ambrose fires. In the dirt. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Point won the first game. Rams looking for their second win in a row and a big-time conference series win. Ambrose relaxes on the mound. There's nobody on. Slow kick, 2-2. Skips in the dirt. Well, this series being early in the week rather than on the weekend does make it a bit difficult for Bluefield because you have Alex Perkins, who threw all 8 innings yesterday. Had to wait until he'll pitch on the weekend. 5 days rest should be good enough. Here's the payoff. Inside and low, ball 4. So the Rams with a 6-run lead. They have not really gotten anybody warming up in the pen, and now we're starting to see some fellas move around out there. Jason Fox, the second baseman. First pitch to him. Looks at it, called a strike. Oh, 1. Popped up foul. Bernard on a chase. Can't get there. Strike 2. So just sliced off of the end of the bat. 6-run ball game. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs. The pitch. Hit into right field, base hit. So Fox is on, and now pushing over to second is Young. And there are 2 men aboard with no outs.
Left fielder Blake Rupp.
Blake Rupp watches that pitch in the dirt. Cardona comes up with it on the backhand and looks at the runners. And Mike White goes out of the dugout. This could be it for Spencer Ambrose. So he's in line for the win, and really couldn't ask more out of him with those 5 innings and only allowing 2 runs. And a signal to the bullpen and a new man in for Bluefield. 2 men aboard for the Skyhawks, and the Rams lead by 6 with no outs in the top of the 6th inning. Justin Mason now on the mound for Bluefield, trying to preserve this 6-run lead. Rupp to the plate for point. 0 for 1 with a walk. Also flying to right field. 2 men aboard, and Young as well as Jason Fox. A couple of walks for Ambrose, who's in line for the win after 5 innings of work. Here's the 1-0. Inside and low, ball 1. Just have to throw strikes. It's already almost a 2.5-hour ball game, and the Rams capitalizing on a 7-run bottom of the 5th, but they don't want to see that get to be any closer. 8-2, a 6-run lead. Very important. Mike White personally 7 wins away from win number 400. This would put him at just 6 wins away. 2-0. Runners go inside, throw to third, tag. Got him! Big time play from Joseph Cardona, connecting with Ozzie Millette, and Young is sniped at third base. Count at 3-0 to Rupp, and that gives Bluefield a little bit of breathing room with the out. Now a runner at second. Double steal did not work. Here's the 3-0. Down the plate, strike 1. So now the Rams feel like they're in business. Three balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Mesa fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at second base. Payoff. Ground ball, right side. Bernard backs up on it. Underhands Mason. No, he's going to keep it himself and gallivants his way to the bag to win the race. Now there are 2 outs. Harrison Kurtz 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout up against Justin Mesa. Meanwhile, Mesa trying to keep the run total for Spencer Ambrose at 2. Only one of those 2 runs was earned after 5 innings, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. You have 5 hits. Kurtz takes it high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Fox is at third. One 0. There's the strike. Ball and a strike from the belt. Mesa nods, kicks and pitches. Just missed outside, ball 2. So 2 gone. Rams with a 6-run lead, tilting this game all the way to Bluefield's favor here. Popped up right field. Holzer with a beat on it. Runs towards the line and makes the catch. Mesa claps his hands into his glove, and the score stays 8-2. Ambrose does not give up another run to his line today. We have played 6. On to the 7th inning. Bluefield leads 8-2. Excuse me, on to the bottom of the 6th. Excuse me, we played 5.5. Rams still lead it 8-2. Joseph Cardona leads it off for the Rams against Brett Griffin. Griffin deals inside, ball 1. Rams lead 8-2 in this pivotal rubber match, looking for the series clincher against Point. But the Rams at 10-11 in the conference with 6 conference games to go. 1-0. Cardona shoots it foul down the third baseline. Counting 1-1. The pitch lost outside, ball 2. So we saw 3 pitchers in that last inning for Point. Mayoral, Harrison Osborne did not give an out. He gave up 2 hits. Ended up not surrendering a run. 2-1. Outside for ball 3. Then Griffin came in, got those final outs. Counted 3-1. The offer outside, ball 4, and Cardona's on with a leadoff walk. That's how the last inning started out. Santana was walked, and then the Rams eventually piled on 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Right fielder Andreas Holzer running at first, Matt Larson.
Matt Larson back in. He scored a run running in the place of Cardona. Holzer's 0 for 2. He was hit by pitches last time. Scored twice today. Shows bunt, lays it down right back up the middle. Griffin underhands to first, and it's a good sacrifice that pushes Larson into scoring position.
Shortstop Marcus Espinal.
Marcus Espinal with a runner at second base. Pitch outside and low, scraping in the dirt for ball one. One ball, no strikes, one out. Popped up, foul territory, over the dugout, now 1-1. One and one. Swing and a miss, strike two. One ball, two strikes, one out. Runner at second base. The pitch, inside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Rams trying to add on to this 6-run lead. A runner at second with just 1 out. Playing early in the morning. Birds chirping in the background. 2-2, fouled back, strike 2. I think that is the same bird that started chirping right around 5:50 a.m. outside of my apartment this morning. Less than welcome wake-up call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Espinal trying to battle to knock in another run in this 6-run ball game. Outside, rolls away from Kurtz. Here comes Larson. He'll get to third base. That's a pass ball. Kurtz should have caught that, so now a base hit can make it 9-2. Even a deep enough fly ball. Full count to Espinal. Payoff. High and in, ball 4, another walk. So Espinal limbo's out of the way, and this game continues.
First baseman Edgardo Bernard.
Gardo Bernard right back to the dish. Well, this is just slowed down here. Already started at 9:04. Just in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out. Pitch. Looked at it, low and away. These guys cannot just consistently throw strikes. A few more fans have made it out, and actually that's the team that's supposed to play Bluefield State after this. They're supposed to get started at noon. There's no way that that is going to happen. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Righty fires. Hit in the air, out to left field. Long chase for Rupp. Makes the catch as he hugs the line. Larson will tag up. Throw to the plate, skips in. Larson slides. He's out. Mike White has to be upset about that one. That's a double play to end the bottom of the 6th. Larson looked to beat out the throw there. Very close, and called out at the plate. A big-time throw in from Rupp. And that will do it for 6 innings. Rams lead by 6. It's 8-2. Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 7th. Rams holding on to his 6-run lead now after a big-time bottom of the 5th, scoring 7 runs. First pitch to Medeiros is low, ball 1. At last bottom of the 6th, Larson was thrown out of the plate on a fly ball hit deep to left. Rupp able to get him home, or get him out at home on a one-hop throw. Third baseman looks at it inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Mays is still on the mound for Bluefield. Came in and pitched that final top of the 6th. Got the final 3 outs. Kept Ambrose's line at 1 earned run with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. 5 hits. Here's the offer. High and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Billy Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us. Rams are looking for a series win. A beautiful day in Bluefield, Virginia and West Virginia. 3-0. Down the middle of the plate for strike 1. It'll be Medeiros, Dayton Cook, and Alberto Lozada. 9-1-2. That's inside and low, ball 4. All kinds of walks in this very slow ball game. Just now joining us, we have mentioned a few times that Bluefield State, which if you're not aware of Bluefield College is in Virginia, about 50 feet inside of the West Virginia, or inside of the Virginia and West Virginia state line. Bluefield State is in Bluefield, West Virginia, historically black college. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike 1 to Dayton Cook. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Mesa checks the runner at first base. Dayton Cook has hit the ball hard today. 0-1. Looks at it high, ball 1. Well, we're supposed to be over at softball for a 1 o'clock game, and the way this one is going, it's going to be close. Might have to scrap that broadcast on the first game and just call the second one. Ball and a strike, no outs. The pitch, fouled back. Rammies were a success last night, folks. Congratulations goes to the male and female athletes of the year. Male athlete, men's volleyball standout Alberto Ciparini. Danae Cox, basketball player for Bluefield, and the female athlete of the year. Both of them deservedly so. Let's have the runner one, too. Ground ball right side, could be two. Pena tosses over to Espinal. Now to first, 4-6-3, double play. That's big for Bluefield. 8-2 they lead, and now with 2 outs and the base is cleared of Skyhawks.
Shortstop Alberto Lozada.
Berto Lozada. Down the plate, strike one. So Mesa getting some help with the double play there. And Lozada is 1 for 3. 8-2 the score, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. 0-1. Sails off of the mid of Joseph Cardona, back to the backstop. Warming up here in Bluefield, it looks like it's not as cold anymore, although we are in this press box and there are windows here for some reason. And does feel a little bit more pleasant doing these games in here than over at Graham Rec Park, where there is no enclosure. We are out in the elements. Luckily not a cloud in sight for rain. 1-1. Just missed on the corner. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. High kick of the offer. Launched out to center field. Huntley on an all-out sprint. He can't get there, and that ball is going to roll all the way out to the wall. On the second goes Lozada, and he's in with a 2-out double. So Point setting themselves up with a chance to try to get a few more runs back here. B.J. Johnson, 2 for 3 with a run scored.
Designated hitter B.J. Johnson.
Now B.J. Johnson, single to short his last time up. Double to right center the time before that, before flying out to left as he swings and cracks that one out to deep right field. Holzer's not going to get there, and that's going to score a run. Here comes Lozada. He's in, and it's another double for B.J. Johnson. Makes it 8-3 now.
Right fielder Carnegie Calzado.
Carnegie Calzado up to the dish. Calzado looks at it. Rams lead cut down to 5. Certainly a lot more baseball left to play. We're just in the top of the 7th inning. Time is called, and now Thomas Huddleston will go out to talk this one over with his pitcher. So what's at stake here? Rams are looking for their 10th win in the conference, could improve to 21-18. Point, on the other hand, right now they're 26-16, looking for their 11th win in the AAC. That would put them over 500 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, as right now they are 10-10. 1 ball, no strikes. B.J. Johnson with the double at second. Top of the 7th with 2 outs. 1-0. Fouled back, strike 1. Ball and a strike from the belt, the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Calzado is down to his last strike. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. B.J. Johnson with a big lead at second. Could he take off here? Meza eyes the runner. Kicks and pitches. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Every inning just lingers on. Pace of play at an all-time standstill in this one. 2-2 with 2 outs, 8-3 the score. Rams lead by 5. Pitch. Inside, ball 3. Full count, 3-2. Johnson with a double is at second. Could make it 8-4. Payoff. Ground ball, left side, and foul. Calzado fighting this off. Point not going down easily. Five-run lead. What a big inning that was for Bluefield. They scored 8 runs unanswered. Point finally breaking that skid here in the 7th. Long look, shoulder shrug, and the payoff. Fouled back again. Wow. What are the time between pitches? So for Meza on the mound, this has been a very long inning for him already with these long looks. Finally comes set. Waddles on the mound, checks the runner at second. Finally a 3-2, cracked into center field, another base knock. Johnson with a windmill around third. He will get there. RBI single, and now it's 8-4. Two runs in the inning scored by Point, making it interesting. Mike White is out there, and that's going to be it for Justin Meza. New pitcher coming in for Bluefield with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Calzado with the runner is the runner at first in the RBI single. Gardier is on the mound. Cody Gardier, that is, ready to pitch to Young with 2 outs and a big lead as that one is hit off of his own cleats, rolls down the third baseline, and he is safe. Now the single. Now, will Point try and get close to rallying to tie this game? Already have scored 2 runs in the 7th inning. Gardier now in for Bluefield. Jason Fox to the plate now. Anthony Young, that was his first hit of the ball game. Two outs, 2 runners on, and scoring position. Long ball game. Top of the 7th. It's been the top of the 7th for quite a long time. Both the 6th and 7th visiting halves of each inning have started off with a quick 2 outs, then a long rally. And in the 7th inning, the difference is runs have scored for Point as that pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Gardier with a 5.14 ERA. Win-loss record at 2-2 with 1 save, 28 innings pitched, 38 hits, 20 runs, 16 of them earned. 10 walks and 19 strikeouts as he smashes that ball in the dirt. Ball and a strike. 2 men aboard for Point. They're down by 4. 2 outs still in the top of the 7th inning. Finally comes set with the ball in that glove. Fox awaits. The pitch. Looks at it low. Taking his time, right back to the mound, bends the knees to look in. Nods and finally comes set. Long look, 2-1. Fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fox down to the final strike at the top of the 7th inning. Johnson and Young on base. Excuse me, Calzado and Young. Johnson has already scored. And a 2-2, the pitch. And the dirt ball 3. Now Cardona throws to second. Calzado gets back to the bag. Full count with 2 outs. Gardier trying to finally back Bluefield into the bottom of the 7th inning. Full count. Fox waits. Payoff runners go. Swung on and driven to left field. Another base knock. Napoleon gets it. Throws it on to third. Millette with the tag. Not in time. First run scores anyway. 8-5. Jason Fox with a big-time hit on a payoff pitch. 3 runs have scored for Point, and all of a sudden, this seems like a new ball game. A 3-run lead for Bluefield.
Left fielder Blake Rupp.
Blake Rupp trying to keep this going. Left fielder at the plate. Could be the tying run. The pitch watches a breaking ball, called a strike. Working from the stretch, runners on the corners. Pitch skips in the dirt. Cardona bounces it off his chest guard, and it now goes to 1-1. Ball and a strike, 2 outs. Runners are on the corners. 3 runs have scored for Point. Rams jumped out to a 6-run lead. It has now been cut in half. Well, runner flirting with going. Gardier checked at him. Now goes back to the mound. So Jason Fox thought about going. Starts a new motion. 1-1 to the left fielder with Fox taking off. It's in the dirt. Cardona watches it roll down the first baseline. And now 2 runners are in scoring position. The only force is at first. A base hit could make it a 1-run game. A home run could tie it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Third pitcher of the afternoon or the morning for Bluefield. Keep saying the afternoon because that's usually when the Rams will play when the sun is out. And they started at 9:04. Another arm warming up in the pen. 2 runners scoring position, 2-1. Outside, gets behind Cardona. Here comes Young, and now it's 8-6. A collapse for Bluefield in the top of the 7th inning. All of this being done with 2 outs. 4 runs scoring in the top of the 7th. Gardier trying to get this final out. It has evaded Bluefield. Three-one. Swinging a ground ball left side into the glove of Espinal. Throw to first. Finally on target, and the top of the 7th is over. 4-run score for Point, and we got ourselves a ball game. It's 8-6. Stretch time in Bluefield, and the Rams lead by 2. Rams need more insurance runs all of a sudden as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Justin King now on the mound and deals a first pitch strike. 8-6. Rams lead by 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 10 hits for the Skyhawks. Rams led by as much as 6 as there's a cut and a miss strike 2. 9-1-2 due up for the Rams. Andy Pena with a couple of RBIs today. Jordan Huntley behind him, and then Jose Santana. Bailey Engel on the call here. We got a long baseball game for you. Already in hour number 3. The 0-2. Pena swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Kurtz comes up, lobs to first, 1 out. Huntley up to the dish.
Center fielder Jordan Huntley.
Certainly due for a big hit after that double to start off the game. 0 for 3 since then. Santana on deck with 1 out. Lefty versus righty. Big cut and a miss, strike 1. King with a 4.05 ERA, just 6 2/3 this year, 10 hits. He's only allowed 3 runs. All of them earned with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. 0-1. Sent on a ride deep to right field, staying in the ballpark as Calzado backs up and makes the catch. Almost lost it. 2 outs.
Hitter Jose Santana.
Jose Santana up to the plate now for the Rams. Bluefield with a 2-run lead, and if you think about it, where the Rams had a big lead and ended up losing it against Truett McConnell, that really swayed the series against the Bears in their last conference home series. But with that 6-run lead, still holding on to the 2-run lead. Santana fouls it back. Point will at least get to bat 2 more times. They scored 4 runs in the visiting half of this top of the 7th inning. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Lefty pushes it outside, ball 1. Turning into a beautiful day for baseball. Would likely be a beautiful afternoon. Oh, Point wanted this game started early so they could get home. 1-1. Ground ball, left side, backhanded stab Lozada. Throw to first. Can't get it off the hop. Dayton Cook just kicked the ball in front of him, and Santana is safe on an infield single. Now they're going to give him an error. Ozzie Millette. Right to the dish. A couple of RBIs on a single in that big bottom of the 5th inning for Bluefield. Rams have yet to score since then. The pitch fouls it back. Over the backstop, strike 1.
Third baseman Malcolm Malone.
All of those tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel on the call. Series finale rubber match. Going to get into a tight one down the stretch. 1-1. Lobbed outside for ball 1. Ground ball right side. Snagged there by Fox. Lobbed to first in time. And the Rams leave a runner on the bottom of the 7th. On to the 8th. Bluefield trying to defend a 2-run lead.
stretching and pinch hitter, number 7, Vince Volpatti.
Pinch hitter coming in, and the Rams have a new bat or a new pitcher as well. Stephen Estep on the mound for Bluefield here in the 8th inning. Vince Volpatti will lead it off. So Volpatti steps up. His team down by 2. First pitch. Down the middle, it's strike 1. Inside and low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the top of the 7th. Scoring for point, Rams led 8-2. Now it's a 2-run ball game and the series finale, 1-1. Down the middle, strike 2. Estep is a starter for Bluefield. And Mike White putting him in really just says that he wants to get this ball game over with so the Rams can walk out of Bowen with a series win. Here's the 1-2. Cut and a miss. It's drop. Cardona lays down the tag, and there is a strikeout. And out number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. Estep a 7.60 ERA, 1-6 on the year. Does have no saves, 45 innings, 68 hits, 54 runs, only 38 of them earned with 27 walks and 31 strikeouts. Pitcher from South Carolina. Now up against Medeiros. First pitch to the third baseman. Slings it foul right side. And boy, that one might leave a crater in the shingles up there on the Coppinger room. No balls, 1 strike. The lefty fires. It's high. Called ball 1. Well, Estep, which is a little bit different than what we saw to Cody Gardier, is absolutely chucking these pitches in. Of course, nobody's on base right now, but these pitches are rapidly firing in as the 1-1 is laid down on a bunt, going down the third baseline and foul. Not incredibly sure why Millette wanted to field that so quickly when it was going foul. It was such a good bunt. If that would have stayed down the line, he was going to be safe. So Estep will have a chance to strike him out here. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Back to the plate, Medeiros. The 1-2. Chopper towards the middle. Long run for Espinal. Throw to first. He got him. Quick 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning.
First baseman, Nathan Cook.
Now to Nathan Cook. Excuse me, Dayton Cook. First baseman. Point down by 2. The pitch. Inside, drop by Cardona. Doesn't matter. No one's on. Ball 1. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Slice foul into the Bluefield dugout. Heads up. Hopefully everyone's all right in there. It's a loud strike 1. 2-1. Estep in for the first time for the Rams. Lefty looks in. Long, deliberate stare from Estep. Kicks 2-1. Popped up, foul territory, down the right field line, and dropping there. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. E-step kicks 2-2. Another chopper left side, snagged by Espinal. Throw to first, got him. Big time inning for Stephen E-step in the top of the 8th, and the Rams will try to defend that 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th. So Kurtz is back into play as the catcher. Napoleon leads it off against King in the bottom of the 8th, and the Rams are up by 2. The first pitch drops low and away, ball 1. Glad to have you here. Rams Digital Sports Network series finale, Bluefield and Point. Rams led at 1.8-2, then the Skyhawks rallied back. Breaking ball is cut on, popped up. Kurtz looking for it behind home plate. Makes the catch. There's out number 1. Already 1 out.
Catcher, Joseph Cardona.
Joseph Cardona. Popped it up. Out of play. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 out, excuse me. Cardona steps back in. Well, the Bluefield State fans getting a little into it here as they want to play. That breaking ball hits the outside corner, strike 2. There was a game scheduled for 12 o'clock. And of course, that is not going to happen. It's already 12:16. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, 8-6. Meat of the order is supposed to come up for Point. Lozada, Johnson, and Carnegie Calzado up against maybe Stephen E-step, who just pitched 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. 1-2. Time for ball 2. Counted 2-2 with 1 out. Down low. Three balls, 2 strikes. King fires. Line drive out to right center field. That is going to drop for a base hit in front of Young. Now the Rams have a runner on with one out. Sure could use a few runs of insurance as Matty Larson checks in to run for the catcher. Larson was gunned down at home on a fly ball out to left field by Rupp.
Larson at the plate for the Rams, number 33, Andreas Holzer.
Outside and low. Ground ball, third base side. Gobbled up Maderos. Throw to second in time. Now to first. Off target. So almost with a 5-4-3 double play. But there's 2 outs now and a runner at first.
Plate shortstop Marcus Espinal.
Marcus Espinal. First pitch to the shortstop. Watches a fastball called a strike. Crossing the numbers there at 0-1. Coming set, the 0-1. Breaks in the dirt. Evens up at a ball and a strike with 2 outs. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch. Espinal watches another tall strikeout, or tall fastball. Long game already, folks. Rams looking for a series win against Point. Could give them their 10th win in the conference. Point trying to keep it at 2 runs so they can make this comeback in the top of the 9th. King fires. Breaking ball hung up but called a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch fouled away right side on top of the Coppinger room. Keeps it at 2-2. Pitch low and inside, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now a payoff, fouled back. Holzer was on his way to second base. Still a full count. Another payoff, fouled back again. Got it 3-2, waiting for Espinal. The pitch. Breaking ball cut and deep to right field. Long run for Calzado and makes the catch as he converges with Young. Final chance coming up for Point. Rams trying to get this win. 3 outs away from doing so coming up in the 9th inning. What's happening? I thought it was at 7. Yeah. Yeah. Top of the ninth. E-Step is on the mound. Rams 3 outs away. Trying to win this game and win this series to improve to 21-18. Lozada up to the plate, watches that first pitch, and it is called a ball. E-Step rocks 1-0. Called a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Now the pitch, fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. E-Step looks out of the glove. 3 outs away from a big save. 1-2. Hit into right field. Long run for Holzer. Gallops back and makes the catch for out number 1. Big timeout that the Rams needed there, and the score remains 8-6.
Designated hitter B.J. Johnson.
B.J. Johnson up to the dish now. Down by 2, and B.J. Johnson has had himself one heck of a day, 3 for 4. The pitch, inside and low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Down the middle. Strike 1. Count it 1-1. E-Step kicks and deals. Fouled back. Now a ball and 2 strikes. So B.J. Johnson, one of the final chances here. E-Step looking for the save, trying to give Spencer Ambrose the win. 1-2. And the dirt bounces behind, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ready for the count to be 2-2. Johnson looks at that gold bat, takes a practice swing, steps back in on the right side. Sun beaming down, final inning. Here's the 2-2. Johnson fouls it back again. Keeps it at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game got started early, and now the fans making their way out here. Got a 2-2. E-Step locks 2-2. Fouled off and bouncing into fair territory. Rams played it like it was a fair ball, but it wasn't. there's a German Shepherd right in front of the press box because that's something that can happen here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Johnson steps back in, the DH who's had himself a day. E-step the lefty, pitches. Swinging a chopper on the left side, long run for Espinal. Gets it, throws to first. In time for the out. Big time out there for Marcus Espinal. And now the Rams are an out away from winning the series.
Right fielder.
Oh, John Tyler getting in a dialogue with the umpire. And this just becomes a bit awkward because I say this all the time. In NAIA, when everybody's arguing, it's not like we're playing in front of thousands of people. Everyone can hear what you're saying, including our crowd mic. The umpire took off his own hat. John Tyler goes back to third base. Two outs. No one's on. Carnegie Calzado. One of the final chances for the Point Skyhawks. E-step looking for the save. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 8-6 the score with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Rams led by as much as 6. Now it's down to a 2-run game, but still an out away. 0-1. On the corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. E-step working at a rapid pace, looks out of the red glove. Rocks 0-2. Ground ball, left side, long run for Espinal, kicks it into center field, and now that'll bring the tying run to home plate. Threw it away from E-step, by the way, and now taking off over to second is Calzado. He'll get to second base. So a hit with an error. So the throw went away from E-step, and now all of a sudden a base hit could just cut this lead in half. Brings up Anthony Young. Calzado at second base, a hit with an error, and a big error at that. Rams were a strike away from winning the game. They had a walk-off to win yesterday, now in a tough game again. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. That pitch, it's low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, another strike. Anthony Young 1 for 3 with a run scored. Count at 1-1, the lefty, and out away from his first save of the season. Kicking the 1-1. Ground ball right side, long run for Pena, and it splits Bernard and the second baseman Pena. Throw to the plate, skips in late, and now it's a 1-run game. 8-7. 5 unanswered runs scored by the Skyhawks. So the tying run on base. Jason Fox had a base knock his last time up. That was part of that 4-run top of the 7th inning. And now, if you look there, he got over into scoring position after that bad throw And it should really be, without the error, runners at first and second right now. But instead, just a runner at first and a one-run ball game. Here's Fox. First pitch. Fastball high, ball one. So that hit the zone. No balls, one strike, definitely helping E-Step. Looking at the runner at first. No 1. Low for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. E-Step had it down to the final strike a few batters ago, the 1-1. Now he does it again, gets that one across, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, tying run at first base, 8-7 the score. Series on the line. Second baseman Fox is ready. Lefty on the mound is ready. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit deep. Are now pushing it back into right center field. Holzer makes the catch, and that is the series. Rams win it 8-7 after a late scare, but Bluefield hangs on to win and clinches a conference series against the Point Skyhawks. Big time win for Bluefield, a huge save for Stephen E-Step, and Spencer Ambrose will get the win for the Rams as they improve to 21-18 on the year and 10-11 in the conference. More importantly, a home conference win. Big time win for Bluefield, and now we will come back here tomorrow with a game against Bluefield State. But until then, my name is Bailey Engel reminding you the final score, Rams win 8-7.